Welcome the students of B Civil for the subject Advanced Concrete Technology, Unit number 6. Unit 6 includes ferrocement, properties of ferrocement material, specification of ferrocement material, analysis of prefabricated concrete structural elements, design of prefabricated concrete structural elements, manufacturing process of industrial concrete elements, manufacturing process of precast construction, erection techniques of precast construction, assembly techniques of precast construction. Now we will see manufacturing process of precast construction. So this is the manufacturing process. Generally, precast is divided into three parts: precast reinforced concrete elements, precast concrete elements, and precast prestressed concrete elements. So here we can see fabrication process and the good practices. First is the assembly of the mold. So this is the mold, it has to be assembled properly. So for that, good practice is that check the level and flatness of the base mold before assembling the mold for panel casting. Ensure that the dimensions of the mold are within the specified tolerance. Check the squareness of the mold forms, that is by diagonal check. Then next fabrication process is the mold cleaning and preparation. The good practice is the mold should be clean and free from debris and old mortars using removal or scaling bars. Foam oil or mold release agent should be applied evenly over the mold surface. Check that the joints and the edges of the mold, bolt, stoppers, tie rod, side props and rubber seal are intact and properly secured. Next is the fixing of rebars, cast-in items or pre-stressing strands. So there we have to check that the rebar size, spacing and lap length are in accordance with the specified drawings. So next fabrication process is the fixing of rebars, the cast-in items, pre-stressing strands, rebars, cast-in items, corrugated sleeve pipes, braces, lifting hooks and inserts must be correctly positioned and properly secured. Use of fabrication rig can help to ensure the accuracy of rebars, fixing and spacing. The fixing of rebar, cast-in items, pre-stressing strands. Here good practice is where needed, tack welding may be carried out to ensure these items, to secure these items. Sufficient number of spacers with the correct size should be properly placed and secured to achieve the required concrete cover during casting. Here proper cover block has to be used. It should not be loosed kept. It has to be properly tightened. For a precast pre-stressed concrete elements such as planks, the strand hauling should only be carried out when the foam release agent has dried to a certain degree that will not contaminate these strands. This is for the pre-stressing. Next fabrication process is the final inspection before casting. The good practice is check and verify that all detail comply with the drawings. Check the mold fittings conditions including blockout details. It is a good to check the base mold level again before casting in particular for site precasting where other concurrent site activities may have shifted the mold level. Next fabrication process is the concreting. So good practice is check that concrete grade used in according to design specifications, conduct slump test in compliance with the SS 78 to assess the workability of the concrete mix before placing the concrete to the mold. The drop height of the concrete mix should not exceed more than 1 meter because after that segregation occurs. Proper vibration and compaction should be carried out, in particular in more congested areas. Form vibrator can be used for slender and thin sections. Spreading and leveling of concrete surface level after initial set. Maintained the required thickness by use of screeder. So the concreting, the good practices, use of power trowel float is recommended for smooth surface finishes. Next fabrication process is the curing. The good practices, observe adequate curing time and desired environment. Concrete cube should be subjected to the same curing conditions as the precast concrete elements. Next fabricating process is the demolding. Good practices, depending on the anchor length of inserted and type of precast element, for example thin floor slab, the minimum concrete strength required may be higher to overcome the suction and frictional forces during demolding. Cube test should be conducted to verify the concrete strength of concrete elements before demolding. As a general guide, ensure that the concrete strength attended for reinforced precast elements and prestressed precast elements are minimum 10 Newton per mm square or 25 Newton per mm square respectively. Next is the loosen and remove all bolts and pins and end and side mold form before lifting. For prestressed element, cut strands before lifting. Next fabrication process is the final inspection and the transfer to storage yard. Good practices, check the condition of the finished product, verify the critical dimensions. So this way the finishing work may be delivered to site. Good practices for proper identification. Marking should be placed on elements showing the location, member number, member type, size, weight and orientation as per shop drawing. Like this the tags should be there. Check that the element have achieved 75% of their designed concrete strength before delivery to the site for erection. So dry casting process, extrusion method for precast hollow core element. The fabrication process is first base mold cleaning and preparing. Good practices, check that the base mold is clean and free from debris and old mortar. Check that the extrusion machine including the vibrator are in good working conditions. Next good practices, form release agent used should have anti-rust properties and be relatively dry after application so that the strands will not be contaminated. It should be applied evenly over the mold surfaces. Next is the fabrication process, prestressing, strand hauling and tensioning. Good practices, check the strand size, spacing and pattern. Next good practices, strand hauling should be carried out only when the release agent has dried to a degree that it will not contaminate the strand. Next fabrication process is the concreting. Good practice is before concreting, check machine setting for concrete cover and panel thickness. Check that concrete grade used is according to design specification. Conduct slump test to ensure adequate workability of the concrete mix. check that the clamp on vibrator provide good compaction. Carry out visual inspection of the surface finish to ensure there is no serious defect like honeycomb, dimension change, crack, etc. Next good practice is stop operating to investigate if serious defects detected. Like this, the cracks are there. Next fabricating process is curing. Good practice is protect the hollow core panel with tarpaulin or canvas to prevent rapid moisture loss and shrinkage crack. Next is the observe adequate curing time and desired environment. Next good practice is concrete cube should be subjected to the same curing condition as the elements. Next fabrication process is the detensioning of strands. Good practice is cube test should be conducted to verify the concrete strength of the elements. Next good practice is check that the concrete has attained the desired transfer strength of minimum 35 Newton per mm square or as specified before detensioning. Drilled water hole at the bottom of panel should be between 300 mm to 500 mm from the end of the panels. Next fabricating process is the final inspection or the transfer to storage yard. Good practices ensure that dimensions of the hollow core panel meet the design specifications. Next good practices check that proper identification marking are in place for easy retrieval and tracing. Check for possible slippage of strands at both ends of hollow core panel. The values of allowable slippage should meet the design specifications. Check if there are any major cracks along the element section. Next is the plugging of hollow core openings with plastic cap before transferring to storage yard. Next good practice is check that the elements have achieved 75% of their design concrete strength before delivery to the site for erection. So we have seen the manufacturing process of precast construction. So we will see now the YouTube links which are available on YouTube. Structural joint in precast concrete. Next is tilting table for production of precast wall panels. Next YouTube link is the construction of tilt-up building. Next YouTube link is Sans precast concrete panel production, how it's made, 1222 precast concrete walls. Next is efficient production of precast concrete elements with the butterfly battery mold. So we have seen the manufacturing process of precast construction. So unit 6, it includes ferrocement, properties of ferrocement material, specification of ferrocement material, analysis of prefabricated concrete structural elements, design of prefabricated concrete structural elements, manufacturing process of industrial concrete elements, manufacturing process of precast construction, erection techniques of precast construction, assembly techniques of precast construction. Thank you all students. Please give me your attendance if you have viewed the video as video topic _ division _ roll number _ self name.